In this video, we are going to look at some multiple choice questions in biochemistry on the topics carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acid. Kindly like and subscribe to the channel after watching so that you keep in touch with the channel and also get every update from this channel. We are going to solve the questions one by one and discuss the answers in the short minute. So let's begin. The first question is, what element forms the skeleton of organic molecules? So every organic molecule, so for us it is from an organic source, it must contain a carbon. So carbon forms the skeleton of organic molecules. So question 1 is C. Question 2 says, how many bonds can carbon form? So carbon can form 4 bonds because it has 4 valence electrons from physical chemistry. So question 2, the answer is B. Question 3, what happens in a dehydration reaction? So in every dehydration reaction, there is a loss of water. That's dehydrate, you lose water. So monomers are bonded together and the water molecule is released. So question 3, the answer is B. Question 4 says, what reaction break apart polymers? So polymers are made of monomers. So what breaks polymers apart is a hydrolysis reaction, that is addition of water. So question 4, the answer is A. Question 5 says, what is the general formula for carbohydrates? So the general formula for carbohydrate is carbohydrates are sugars and they are made of carbons and hydrogen, and the number of hydrogen is twice the number of carbon. So question 5, the answer is A. That's the general formula for all carbohydrates, being is disaccharide, monosaccharide, or a polysaccharide chain. Question 6 says, in what category of organic molecules are sugars placed? Sugars are carbohydrate. So carbohydrates, in other words, are called sugars. So every sugar is a carbohydrate. Hence, question 6 is D. Question 7 says, what are the long chains of sugars called? So long chains of sugars are called polysaccharides. So question 7, the answer is C. Monosaccharides are 1, disaccharides are 2, and polysaccharides are long chains of sugars. Proteins are made of amino acids. So question 7, the answer is C. Question 8 says, what is the most common monosaccharide? So every monosaccharide, when it gets to the human body, is converted to glucose before its energy is generated from it. So question 8, the answer is B. Sugar, glucose is the commonest monosaccharide found. Plants store energy as so plants store energy as starch. Starch is the form in which plants store energy. Muscle cells store energy in the form of, the question 9 is A. Question 9 is A. So question 10, muscle cells store energy in the form of, so all muscle cells stores energy in the form of glycogen. That is how energy is stored in the human body. So glycogen is the form in which energy is stored in the human body or a living organism. So glycogen is that. Plant cell walls contain large amounts of what polysaccharides. So cell walls of plants are made of cellulose. So cellulose is the main component of plant cell wall. So question 11, the answer is D. Question 12 says, what type of organic molecule is fat? Fat is a lipid. So fat and oils are lipids. So question 12, the answer is B. Let's not waste time on this. Question 13 says, what type of bond found between carbon atom can cause fat to form kings? So double bonds that are found in the carbon enable the carbon to form kings as the winding. So double bonds in carbon enable them to form kings. Enable fat to form kings. Okay. Question 13. Fat and oils are composed of two groups of molecules. So the monomers of fat and oil polymer is fatty acids and glycerol. So question 14, the answer is C. Question 14, the answer is C. 15. What best describes phospholipid molecules? What best describes phospholipid molecules? So phospholipids are the main component of cell membrane. So question 15 is B. They form the cell membrane of an organism. Question 16. What structures are found in steroid molecules? So steroids are mostly made of cholesterol, and cholesterol are made of aromatic rings, that is benzene rings. So the molecular rings are the structures found in steroid molecules. Question 16, the answer is A. 16, the answer is A. What monomers make up proteins? So proteins are made of amino acids. Let's not waste time. The answer is D. Question 17. Let me see what. Okay, question 17 says that. Okay, I jumped question 17. So question 17. Yeah, so question 17, the answer is D. Now let's go to question 18. Question 18 says that how many different amino acids are there? So we have 20 main functional amino acids. So amino acids have 20 main. You have other structures, compounds that look like amino acids. They are not true amino acids, but the main true ones which forms part of proteins in human body are 20. So 20 non-amino acids functionally in human body. Question 18, the answer is B. Question 19. What are the bonds between amino acids called? So the bonds in amino acids are called peptide bond. That is the bond between an amino group and the carboxylate group. So NC bond in amino acids are called peptide bond. Question 20. Where do substrate attach to an enzyme? So every enzyme has a site that is substrate attached, and that site is called an active site. So the active site of an enzyme is where the substrate attached and it gets converted to its product. So question 20, the answer is C. 20, the answer is C. 21. Which of the following types of molecules found in a genetic material? So every genetic materials are made of nucleic acids or nucleotides. So either RNA or DNA. So question 21, the answer is D. Every genetic material has a nucleic acid. Question 22 says which of the following are found in nucleotides of DNA and RNA respectively? Have deoxyribose and ribose, proteins and enzyme parts. Okay, so this one asking for the component. So DNA or nucleic acids are made of nitrogenous bases, sugar and a phosphate group. So the sugar in DNA is called a deoxyribose sugar, and that of the RNA is a ribose sugar. So respectively, DNA and RNA are composed of deoxyribose and ribose. That is A. Question 22, the answer is A. Question 23 says, what are the 4 bases in DNA? So the 4 main bases in DNA, the nitrogenous bases in DNA, you have adenine and guanine as the parents, then the cytosine and the thymine as the pyrimidine. So question 23, the answer is D. So in DNA you have thymine, and in RNA you have uracil. So for this question 23, the answer is D. If it was to be an RNA, then it would have been B. But here is a DNA, so the answer is D. Let's get to question 24. Okay. 24 says that which of the following molecules function as an intracellular message carrier? So here comes in a hormonal transmission. So hormonal transmission of signals, some molecules transport messages, and it's cyclic AMP that do the intramolecular intracellular message carrier. So 24, the answer is A. 25, what is the function of ATP? So ATP is basically it stores and transport energy. So that is A. So sorry, the B25 is B. So that is for today. Kindly like and subscribe to the channel after this tutorial as we keep on adding MCQs and other topics in biochemistry and other